Chicago. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
On the carry. Brought down at the 30.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too.
A throw complete to Dorsett.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Wilson will throw again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Good. Makes the score Vikings 3, Bears nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Off the play fake, Hastings. That's out to his running back, Michel. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the bootleg, Hastings. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4 yards. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 3 catches, 52 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off-play action. Hastings. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw. Hastings got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look how they're elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson now off the bootleg. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Brings up 4th down. Solid by the Bears D.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Hastings.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 23 yards on the play.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
The quick slant caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
55.
On 1st and 10, Hastings. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their time. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Hastings gonna let one fly for Robin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And Rudolph has it left side. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So a very tight, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
13. Joey
set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They start the second half with Michel on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hastings. That's into the hands of Edwards. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hastings. The screen pass here to Cohen. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
7-yard pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Got a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ball carrier
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
From the 5-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Throwing is Wilson. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at runners.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
How about that one? Little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
From the gun, Hastings. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Hastings. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw. Hastings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Hastings. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Off play action. Hastings. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hastings. And that'll be incomplete.
Hastings
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Hastings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
But now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Vikings 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Wilson on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Wilson.
Give him 14 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
But it's now third down.
Now Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down. The 25.
14. First down, Vikings.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Complete to Jefferson.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
On the carry.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. I'll call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it brings up third down.
shotgun. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Hastings. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Don't do us like that.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Michel. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made. By the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Hastings. And he whips that one incomplete there. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Hastings. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And it's Michel once again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. To throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Vikings 22.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. 3 for 3 so far, and a fourth would win it. And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race.